Hi everybody. Hey everybody, I'm Mackenzie. I am going to give us probably about 5 minutes or so for everybody to hop on. I wanted to get on a couple minutes early and just to make sure that everything looks okay. So. Hey Bill, let me know if the sound is okay and if the lighting is okay. Anyone else that hops on, give your 2 cents on if everything looks and sounds okay. Hey family, friends. Just giving a few minutes for everybody to hop on. Cool, thanks Mickey. We'll still give it a few more minutes. It's just now 6 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. I know we have some people joining from all over, so welcome. Thank you. My sister and my dad are on. I'm so embarrassed, I'm like sweating. Okay, we're gonna get through this together, guys. Just hang out. Everybody getting their yoga mat set up. I recommend maybe having some water. And if you don't have a yoga mat, that's okay. You can lay out like a bath towel or a blanket or just do it on your carpet. That's okay too. So don't feel like you have to have a yoga mat. Alrighty, so again, my name is Mackenzie. Thank you so much for joining. I am here representing YogaPod. And I'm so excited to be able to lead a podFLOW 1 class for everybody who is able to join. I am kind of quarantining myself due to my husband's job. He is still out working and coming into contact with hundreds of people a day. So I have decided to just keep myself inside. Luckily, the joys of technology allows me to be able to teach from the comfort of my own living room. So definitely out of my comfort zone, but I'm so excited. Welcome to my living room here in Fort Collins, Colorado. I have 2 cats, but I have put them each in their own rooms, sequestered them. Otherwise, they will be flopping in the middle of my mat and maybe a little bit disruptive, so I put them away for the class. But thank you so much for joining. Again, we'll give it just a couple more minutes for some people to hop on and get themselves ready for class. So, for class tonight, you may notice that I'm going to be working with some props, but just know that you certainly don't have to have any of these props to be able to get through class. So, the props I am going to be using though, this is called a block. It's pretty light, it's just kind of made out of foam, and if you don't have a block, that's okay. You could certainly substitute it with like a thick book. I even grabbed like a candle from my house or a can of soup, because it gives you almost the height that you would need. We're going to be using these blocks mainly to help us balance, so just kind of to set our fingers on as we balance. So it doesn't have to necessarily be that exact shape of the block. So get creative with your props. Another prop we're going to be using is a strap. So I'm going to turn up my volume just a little bit here. So a strap, you know, many of you probably won't have this exact kind of strap, but you could use a belt of any kind, or any kind of strapping material, like a sturdy type of string. We're going to be using it to kind of help with balancing on one leg. So I would say the closest thing would be a belt if you have something like that. But I'm going to be giving you some modifications so you can get through this whole class without any sort of props and be fine. Now, another prop that I would recommend is a pillow. This may come in handy at the beginning and at the end of class. So if you have a pillow, maybe push pause, run and go grab it, come back. Again, can of soup, whatever you need to use for your props, feel free to grab that right now. And we'll give just a couple more minutes for people to hop back on. Okay, so to start class tonight, I'm going to have us lie down onto our backs. So come on to your backs here. Now, if you have these specific blocks, you can place them. One is going to be the long way, so you're going to be resting your spine on top of that block the long way. And the second one will go the wider way, and that's going to be what you're resting your head on. Now, if you don't have either of those props, feel free to use your pillow at this time and just place it the long way. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be lying down onto your pillow so that your pillow lies right on your spine, and then your shoulders kind of overlap on that. Now, the soles of your feet, you're going to put them together. You're going to let your knees open wide. This is Supta Baddha Konasana legs. It's reclined bound angle legs. So we're open through our hips. We're open through our chest and our heart. Go ahead and close your eyes. Maybe place one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. And just settle here into your space. Settle here into your breath. Now you have the option, if you don't want to start lying down, you can just come up into an easy seated posture. Soles of your feet together, knees open wide. So at YogaPod, we always like to start with breath first. So coming into your breath here, take some nice, deep, long inhales and exhales. Now we're going to breathe together. We have a lot of people joining from here in Fort Collins, all over Colorado. I know I have some friends and family tuning in from Nebraska, from Wisconsin, all up into Seattle, Washington. So it is so cool. It just gives me goosebumps to say that, to bring everybody together, to practice together. So let's breathe here together. One hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Now take a deep, big inhale and count to 4. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hold. And then exhale out your nose, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. We'll move through that 2 more times. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. And then exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Move through another round here at your own pace. Again, breathing for 4 seconds in and hold. And then exhale for 4 count for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Beautiful job. So that was Samavriti, equal part breath. And as you move through class today, if you find yourself getting frustrated with a posture or how your body feels, remember to come back to your breath. Find that balance of your inhale and your exhale. The whole purpose of yoga is to unite the body, the breath, and the mind. Take a couple more breaths here. Now, if you're lying on your back, go ahead and roll to either the left or the right side of your mat. Maybe you use your bicep as a pillow. We're using this as a transition, so you can remove the prop from underneath your back and then roll back onto your back so you're flat onto your spine. We're kind of going to take a deep, long stretch here, full body stretch. So reach your fingers to the top of your mat, your toes to the back as if it's the first stretch of the morning. And then bring your knees into your chest. So curl up into a little tiny yogi ball here, hugging again, knees to your chest, finding some compression on your internal organs. Maybe you rock from side to side. This will allow you to find a massage along your low back. And then bring your hands behind your thighs. We're going to start to find some momentum as we rock and roll from the front to the back of our mat. Maybe moving 2 to 3 times through your rock and roll, and then coming to a seated position at the top of your mat, We're going to move into tabletop position from here. Plant your hands, step back 1 knee at a time, tabletop. So here in our tabletop, we want our wrists directly under our shoulders, knees under our hips. Our back is long and straight. We're extending the top of our head towards the front of our mat. And we're going to move with our breath here. So on your inhale, take cow, drop your belly, gaze up. And exhale for cat. Press the mat away. You're going to tuck and curl your spine. Inhale for cow. Fill up your lungs, gaze up, drop your belly, maybe a slight bend in your elbow. Exhale for cat. Press it away. Hugging your navel to your spine here. 2 more rounds. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Press the mat away. Last one. Inhale for cow. And exhale for cat. Inhale, come back to your tabletop position. Again, your back is long and straight. Go ahead and curl your toes under, walk your hands forward just about 1 inch or 2. And on your exhale, downward facing dog. So you're going to straighten your legs here. You're really pressing the mat away from you. Now, as you're in your downward facing dog, go ahead and hold this here. You really want to widen out through your fingers. Find a big, wide grip. You're finding length and space through your armpits, through your elbows. You're working your chest towards the top of your thighs. Now, just know you can always find a slight bend in your knees at any time when you're in your downward facing dog. And then work to lengthen and straighten out your legs over time. Find your breath here. 1 more inhale. And stay here for your exhale. Now on your inhale, gaze to the top of your mat, and with small steps, walk your feet to your hands. We'll move into forward fold, top of your mat. So again, your feet are going to be about hip width distance here. Slight bend in your knees. You're folding your chest over your thighs. Take your gaze back in between your legs here. So work the top of your head towards the ground. Now find a variation. You can swing from side to side. You can interlace and grab for opposite elbows. Find any variation here. Embrace this inversion. Your head is below your heart. And then come back to stillness. On your inhale, halfway lift. This time, keep your hands to the mat. Lengthen out through your spine. Gaze out in front of you. Exhale, fold forward. Chest to the top of your thighs. 2 more times. Inhale, halfway lift. Maybe you bring your hands to your shins this time. You're working towards a flat spine. Exhale, fold forward. Last one, inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, let it go, pour your heart. Now feet hip width distance. On your inhale, slowly come up to standing. Tadasana, your arms are resting next to your body. So I'm going to face forward so you can see what we're looking at here. Palms face forward, root through your feet, lengthen through the top of your head and glide your shoulders down your back. Tadasana. Now we're going to move with our breath here. Inhale, extended mountain, reach with your arms overhead. Exhale, hands through, heart center. Bring your thumbs to your chest, close your eyes. 2 more, inhale, extended mountain, reach, fill up your lungs. Exhale, hands to heart center. Samastihiti, standing at attention. Thumbs to your chest. Last one, inhale, extended mountain, reach. Keep your eyes closed if you can. On your exhale, fold forward. So bring your hands through your heart, hinge at your hips. Keep a flat spine as you hinge all the way down forward. Hands will eventually reach to the ground. Take your gaze back behind you. Inhale, halfway lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Move with your breath. Inhale, extended mountain, root to rise. Reach with your arms overhead. Exhale, hands through, heart center. Bring your thumbs to your chest. Close your eyes. Find that dance with your breath. Inhale, extended mountain, reach. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana, hands through your heart, hinge at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Last one, inhale, extended mountain, reach all the way, arms overhead. Exhale, hands through, heart center. Inhale, extended mountain, Urdhva Hastasana, reach overhead. Exhale, fold forward, hinge at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through your spine, gaze out in front of you. And on your exhale, plant your hands and step back here into a high plank. So we're holding here for a few breaths so we have some time to feel your foundation here. You want your wrists directly under your shoulders. Now you don't want to sag down into your shoulders. You want to press the mat away here. Feel strong, almost as if you're puffing up right in between your shoulder blades. Now you want to think long, flat spine, long plank through your body. So a long line through your head down to your heels. Now if you're shaking, embrace those shakes here. Always an option to drop to your knees at any time. You're still building strength. You're hugging up through your belly. Send your chest out in front of you and breathe here for 1 more inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. We're gonna move through 1 cobra together. So hands stay under your shoulders, tops of your feet root into the ground, chin down to the mat. On your inhale, lift your head, your neck, your upper back, working your elbows to the back of the space. And exhale, fold forward, chin down to the mat. Inhale, curl your toes, Press up into tabletop or high plank. And on your exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a deep breath here together. And exhale, let it go. Now go ahead and drop to your knees where you're at. I'm going to give a demonstration for our Chaturanga Dandasana. So we move through many Chaturangas throughout class, specifically this Flow 1 class, or if you do a Flow 2 class, Ashtanga, you're going to see a lot of the Chaturangas. Now, a Chaturanga is working from a high plank down to a low plank. So we're starting in that high plank that we were just at, and then we're lowering down into a low plank. From there, we're moving into upward facing dog, and then downward facing dog. So I'm going to give you some variations here. So, first variation is starting in your high plank. So again, hands under your shoulders, long, straight spine here. Now, if you notice that your hips are sinking, or maybe your hips are a little bit higher, that just means that you're working on building strength within your core and your upper body. So I would take that as a sign to maybe drop to your knees, and that's okay. That doesn't mean you're weak. It just means that you're building that strength that you need to move through this Chaturanga properly. So start in your high plank. First variation is to drop to your knees. So we're in more of an extended tabletop here. We're here on our inhale. You're going to find a slight tuck of your tailbone. This is going to shift your shoulders forward slightly. And then on your exhale, you're going to lower all the way down into the mat. Now you're building strength as you lower. On your inhale, cobra, we were just there. And on your exhale, downward facing dog, maybe by way of tabletop, median and down dog. So that is an option. If you want to take the fullest variation, feel free. So you're going to start in your high plank. We're here on an inhale. On your exhale, you're lowering down halfway. You're hugging your elbows in. Your body is long and straight like a plank. Tops of your feet, root to the earth, straighten your arms, gaze forward, upward facing dog. Your hips and your knees are hovering off the ground. And on your exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips high, press the mat away. So hold here in your downward facing dog. On your inhale, gaze to the top of your mat. Bend your knees. Exhale, walk your feet to your hands, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, extended mountain root through your feet. Reach your arms overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, extended mountain reach. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana, hinge at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga. So your variation, plant your hands, step back into your high plank, move through whatever you are feeling here within your body, whether or not it's fullest variation or modified. And we're going to meet in downward facing dog. Beautiful deep breath here, fill it up. Exhale, let it go. We're going to move through one more sun salutation A. Inhale, gaze to the top of your mat, bend your knees. Exhale, travel feet to hands, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain root to rise. Exhale, hands through heart center, Samasthiti. Inhale, extended mountain reach. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana, hinge at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga, plant your hands, step back into high plank, move from your high plank down to your low plank, whether or not you're on or off of your knees. Upward facing dog or cobra variation. And exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful job. Take a deep breath here, fill it up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Kick back through your right heel. Exhale, step through to your right thumb. So we're coming into a lunge position here. You want your right knee directly over your right ankle. We're going to take our inhale to gaze forward, shine your chest forward, keep your left leg engaged. And exhale, straighten your right leg, pyramid variation. Bring your chin to your shin, again straightening both legs. Now we're going to move with our breath. Inhale, lunge, bend your right knee, gaze out in front of you. Exhale, pyramid variation, straighten both legs, fold forward. Last one, inhale, lunge. Exhale, pyramid variation. Inhale, back to lunge, bend your right knee. And exhale, step back into your high plank. So feel your strength here. Hold for an inhale. Exhale, move through your chaturanga, your variation. Upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Hold here on your downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And exhale, let it go. Other side, inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. Kick back with your left heel. Exhale, step through to lunge next to your left thumb here. So setting up, finding your foundation, left knee over left ankle. Use your inhale to pull your chest forward. And exhale, pyramid variation, straighten your left leg, fold your chest over your thigh. Two more, inhale, lunge. Exhale, pyramid variation. Feel the stretch along your back hamstring. One more time, inhale, lunge, shine through your chest. Exhale, pyramid variation, straighten both legs, fold forward. Inhale, lunge, bend your left knee. Exhale, plank and chaturanga, your variation. High plank, down to your low plank, hug your elbows in. Upward facing dog or cobra variation. And exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful yogis, take a deep breath here. And exhale, let it go. Go ahead and walk your hands back to your feet using your core. So you're going to be at a forward fold at the back of your mat. Now for the sake of the camera, I'm going to face forward so you guys can see where we're going here. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale for fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. So sink your hips, reach your arms overhead. So you're bending your knees as if you're sitting back into a chair. You want most of your weight back into your heels. Reach your arms overhead, hug in through your low belly here. And then find a slight tuck of your tailbone, just very, very slight. Find your breath here, one more inhale. Exhale, hold. On your inhale, extended mountain, come to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. So we're moving into Vrikshasana, tree pose. So let's start by rooting through your left foot. So lift up your toes, root down into the four corners of your foot, and then slowly lower down one toe at a time. Really finding a good foundation through that left standing leg. So from here, finding tree pose, any variation that you choose. First, bring your hands to your hips. Now you can kickstand with your right foot. You can bring your right foot to your calf, or bring it to the inside of your left thigh. Just avoid your knee. Don't put your foot directly onto your knee. It's going to be above or below. Be okay with where you're at. Now when you've found that foot placement, maybe bring one hand to heart center and then the other. Again, finding a good foundation through your left standing leg. Take focus to your right knee here. You want to energetically work that back behind you. Take focus to your left hip. You want to send that to the right knee. Find your breath here. Close your eyes for an added challenge. We're here for one more inhale. Stay for your exhale. And then release through your right foot. Maybe pedal it out. We're going to find that through the other side here. So root through your right standing leg. Lift all 5 toes. Find your 4 corners of your foot, then slowly lower your 5 toes down, finding that foundation. Now again, maybe you find a similar variation with your left foot. Find it at a kickstand, at your calf, or up to the inside of your right thigh. Once you get there, maybe one hand to heart center, then the other. Again, focus to your left knee. You want to send it to the back of the space. Focus on your right hip. You want to work it towards that left knee here. Find your breath. Close your eyes for an added challenge. Finding our balance, working the top of our head towards the sky. We're here for one more inhale. Hold for your exhale. And release. Pedal it out. Beautiful work. Inhale, extended mountain reach. Exhale, fold forward. Now go ahead and walk your hands forward back into a high plank. Again, moving here into our high plank. You can move through a chaturanga from here, or if you would like, move directly into downward facing dog. Moving along with our flow here, inhale, right leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. So shift your shoulders over your wrist, hug your knee as close to your nose as you can, feel your core. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step through right in between your hands this time. So we're setting up for warrior 2. Glide your left foot down so it's parallel to the back end of the mat. Inhale, rise up, warrior 2. Bring your arms to a T. Deep, generous bend through your right knee. Now let's look down at our feet. Let's find our alignment. So back foot comes parallel to the back end of the mat. Maybe even prop it in to about a 45-degree angle. You're rooting down through the blade edge of your left foot. Deep, generous bend in your right knee that is directly over your right ankle. Now you're engaging through your arms, reaching equally to the front and back of the space. Now gaze over your right fingers. Find your breath. Stay for your exhale. On your inhale, reverse warrior. So paint the sky with your right hand. Send it to the back of the space while keeping your low body the same. You want to keep the bend in your right knee, little to no weight in your left hand. Finding a deep stretch through your right side body. Again, find your breath. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, warrior 2, arms back to a T. Exhale, straighten your right leg here. So we're transitioning into a triangle. Inhale, reach your right arm forward. This is going to send your left hip back. And when you can no longer go any further, tick-tock your arms to 6 and 12. So this is triangle pose, Trikonasana. Both legs are long and straight. You're sending your left hip to the back. Reaching your left arm high. Now option here to find one of your props, like my candle here, to place your right fingers on. This is going to allow you to find a little bit more lift through your right side body here. So find your breath. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, rise up to warrior 2. And exhale, bring your right toes forward. So we're setting up for Prasarita Padottanasana. Toes face forward, arms out to a T. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, hinge at your hips here. Now keep a flat spine, move slow as you hinge forward. Wide leg forward fold. Now eventually your hands are going to come down to the mat. Gaze is gonna come directly in between your legs. Now bring your hands down to the mat underneath your shoulders. Now feel this in your feet. You're engaging through your feet here, lifting up through the soles of your feet, engaging through your legs, lifting up right above your kneecaps. Now shift just a little bit of your weight forward. This is going to hinge your hips a little bit higher. Find your breath. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Maybe fold a little bit deeper. Inhale for a halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. And exhale, lunge to the top of your mat. Step back into high plank and move through your chaturanga. Downward facing dog is where we'll meet. For the sake of the video, I'm turning around, but stay where you are, down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, hug it in, shift shoulders over your wrists, find your core. Inhale, three-legged dog, kick back. Exhale, step through, now directly between your hands here. Pivot your right foot so it's parallel to the edge of the mat. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Deep bend in your left knee. Now ground down through the blade edge of your right foot. Left knee over left ankle. Hug in through your low belly here. You're finding some engagement. You're not sucking in through your belly, but engaging. Reach equally to the front and back of the space. Draw your shoulders down your back. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Low body stays the same. Inhale, reverse warrior. Paint the sky. Send your left hand back behind you. Feel the stretch here on your left side body. Keep the bend into your left knee here for one more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Now transition, inhale, warrior two. Exhale, straighten your left knee here. Inhale, reach your left arm forward as much as you can. Your right hip's gonna send back. And when you can no longer reach anymore, tick-tock your arms, 6 and 12. So again, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Make sure not to sink down into your left side body. So you want to work up through your obliques. Reach your right hand high. Draw your right shoulder down your back. Find your breath. Here for one more inhale. Hold on your exhale. Nice work. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. And exhale, bring your toes out in front of you. We're setting up for Prasarita Padottanasana. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward, keep a flat spine. Wide leg. Variation here. Drop your head. Let your gaze go between your legs. So maybe you grab for your feet. Grab for the inside or outside edges of your feet. Grab for your big toe. Pull your chest in between your legs here. Again, shift some of your weight into your toes. Hold here for an inhale. Stay for your exhale. Hands under your shoulders. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, lunge to the top of the space. Step back into your high plank. And chaturanga is yours wherever you are with your practice here. Lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra variation. And exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful work, yogis. So with that round, we held those postures to really feel what each one felt like. Now we're going to move with our breath. So we're going to link breath to movement. So we're going to pick up the pace just a little bit. So take a deep breath here. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through right in between your hands. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Exhale, hold, maybe you sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, arms to a T. Straighten your legs. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, Trikonasana, tick-tock your arms. Inhale, rise up, arms to a T. Exhale, toes face forward here. Your feet are parallel to the edge of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, Prasarita, Padottanasana. Move with your breath, move slow. Hands under your shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lunge to the top of the space. Step back into high plank and move through your chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, hug it in, shift forward. Inhale, three-legged dog, kick back. Exhale, step through, right in between your hands. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, arms to a T. Straighten your leg. Inhale, lengthen to the front. Exhale, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Tick-tock your arms. Inhale, rise up, arms to a T. Exhale, send your toes forward. Setting up for our forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, wide leg, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lunge to the top of your space. Step back into high plank and move through your chaturanga here. So starting in your high plank or drop to your knees, lower all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful work here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. So again, walk your hands, use your core, walk your hands back to your feet. So you're in a forward fold, back of the mat. And then slowly rise up to standing Tadasana. So for the sake of the camera, again, I'm going to face forward. You can stay where you are on your mat. Now this is where I'm going to be utilizing the strap, or for your sake, if you have a belt at home or something like that, feel free to use that. I will guide you through also without using the strap. So again, another balancing posture. So we want to root down through our left standing leg here. Find a good solid foundation. And then to start, just bend your right knee at 90 degrees. So if you're working on your balance, maybe you just hang out here. Maybe you don't take it any further from here. That's okay. You want to keep your right toes flexed towards your face, lengthening up through your spine. Work the top of your head towards the sky here. Now, if you want to move further without the strap, go ahead and grab for the inside or outside edge of your foot, or maybe your big toe. So again, this is a great place to hang out. If you want to take it further and you feel strong through your left standing leg, you're going to kick your right heel towards the front of the space. Now, just as much as you can here. I can't quite go all of the way. Take it where you can. Now, if you're using the strap, you're going to place the strap under the ball of your right foot and grab as close as you can to your right foot. Maybe you're hanging out here. Maybe you're kicking out in front of you. Take it where you can. Try to draw your right shoulder back into its socket. Again, you're rooting through your left standing leg, keeping your right toes flexed. Find your breath. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. And you can release out of that side. We're going to find that on the other side. So root down through your right standing leg. Bend your left knee to 90 degrees. Hang out here. Flex your left toes. Draw the top of your head towards the sky. Feel strong. Now with or without the strap, you can grab for your foot, your big toe, wrap the strap around the ball of your foot, Right hand to your hip. Again, just find your foundation. If you are ready, if it's within your practice, kick your left heel out in front of you. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. So big toe to hand. We're standing, we're rooting through our right leg. Holding here for one more inhale. Stay for your exhale. And release the same way you came into it. Now we're going to take that posture and take it one step up. Root through your left standing leg. Inhale, right leg high. Find your grip. Take it where you were before, out in front of you. And on your exhale, option to open up to the side. Again, keeping your right toes flexed. Right leg is long and straight. Left leg roots into the earth. Hold here. One inhale. Stay for your exhale. And release, bend your right knee. Step out. Find this on the other side. Root through your right standing leg. Bend your left knee here. Find your variation, either grabbing for your left toe, your left foot, the strap. Kick out. Maybe you stay here or on your exhale, out, open to the side. Again, keep your left toes flexed towards your face. Keep standing tall. Woo. If you come out, you can just pop right back in. Hold for one more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Beautiful work. You can slowly come out. You can place the props off to the side. Inhale, extended mountain reach. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana, hinge at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, crawl back out into a high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Moving along, inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through to lunge. So step to your right thumb here. Low body stays the same. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. So reach your arms overhead. So your right knee should be stacked over your right ankle. Left leg is engaged. Now almost lift through your left heel. Finding a long straight line through your left leg. Reach up high through your fingers. Find your breath. Hug in through your low belly. Gaze out in front of you. One more inhale. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. So draw your right hand behind you. Left arm reaches out in front of you. You're opening up through your shoulders while trying to keep your hips square to the front of the space. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, crescent lunge, arms overhead. Exhale, airplane your arms. So swoop your arms down and back here. You want to keep your chest lifted. You want to keep the bend in your right knee. Palms face the floor. Work your shoulders in towards the midline. Hold for an inhale. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, crescent proper. Reach your arms overhead. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into high plank and move through your chaturanga here. Use your exhale to lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful, other side. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step through to your left thumb. Solid foundation through your legs. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Deep bend through your left knee. Hug in through your belly here. You're gonna find a stretch along your belly. You're almost finding a slight bend through your low back. Right leg is engaged. Continue to breathe. One more inhale. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. So reach your left arm behind you. Reach your right arm in front of you. Keep your low body the same. Find your breath. One more inhale. Maybe you twist a little bit more on your exhale. Inhale, crescent proper, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, airplane your arms, swoop them down and back. Again, keep your chest lifted, keep the bend in your left knee. Work your elbows towards the midline of your back. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, crescent proper, reach. Exhale, plant your hands, chaturanga. Take your variation here. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, yogis, we're gonna speed it up. One breath, one movement, moving through that flow. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through to thumb. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Inhale, crescent proper, reach. Exhale, airplane your arms, swoop them down and back. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, plant your hands, chaturanga. Meet in downward facing dog. Other side, inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through to left thumb. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Inhale, crescent proper, reach. Exhale, airplane your arms. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, chaturanga. Beautiful work, yogis. Move with your breath, find the dance. And we'll meet downward facing dog. Now go ahead, drop to your knees. We're gonna do the core part of class. So I'm gonna have you come into a high plank. So we've been here already. Let's see the time. We've been here already. Wrists under your shoulders. Feel strong within your plank here. Then drop down onto your forearms. So you have some options. Your hands can be at an 11, palms rooted into the ground, or you can interlace your hands in front of your face here to find a third point of contact. Either way, you're pressing into the mat so much with your forearms, you're almost puffing up right in between your shoulder blades. So find your foundation, hug up through your midline, engage through your core. If you find your hips are too high, or you find yourself sagging, maybe drop to your knees. It's okay to drop to your knees here. You're still gonna feel yourself engaging through your belly. So we only have 15 more seconds, whether or not you're on or off of your knees. Find your breath, 5 more seconds. Take a deep breath here together, inhale. Exhale to hold. Go ahead and drop onto your bellies. That was a full minute, yogis. Nice job. Take one breath here, just one round. And then we'll meet in downward facing dog. So we're moving on. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through directly in between your hands here. So we're moving into warrior two. Pivot your left foot so it's parallel to the back of the mat. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. And just hold here. Find your foundation. Look down, you want to have heel to arch alignment. So the heel of your right foot in line with the arch of your back. Hold here for an inhale. Maybe sink a little bit deeper on your exhale. Now inhale, 5-pointed star. So turn to your left. Toes out, heels in, create an X with your body. Exhale to horse. Bend your knees, hands to heart center. So settle in here to your horse. You want your knees tracking over your toes, shoulders directly over your hips, hands to heart center. Maybe close your eyes. We'll take 2 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Last round. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe you sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, rise up, arms to a T. Exhale, warrior 2, front of the space. Find that left foot parallel. Bend through your right knee. On your inhale, reach to the front of the space. Your left hips are gonna send back behind you. Extended side angle on your exhale. So tick-tock your arms 6 and 12. Reach high, reach low. Now we're gonna move into our peak posture from here. So to start, bring your left hand to your hip, gaze down at the mat. Now we're gonna step in with our left foot a couple feet. Now find your prop. So for right now, I'm gonna use this candle here, just about a foot or so in front of my right foot. You're gonna plant your right fingers, and as you straighten your right leg, you're lifting your left leg off of the ground, coming into half moon. So left leg becomes parallel. Last step here is to reach your left arm high, finding half moon, flexing your left toes, reaching the top of your head towards the front of the space, reaching through your left fingers. Hold here for an inhale. On your exhale, slowly lower down into warrior 2. That's hard to do and talk at the same time. Hold here for an inhale. Exhale, reverse warrior. Paint the sky. Keep the bend in your right knee. Cartwheel your arms down to a lunge at the front of the space. And then step back into high plank and downward facing dog. Beautiful. Moving to the other side. Inhale, left leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step through to your left thumb. So setting up for warrior 2, pivot your right foot down. Inhale, rise up, warrior 2. Again, hold here, find your foundation. Inhale, reach your left arm forward. Exhale, extended side angle. So tick-tock your arms 6 and 12, deep bend in your left knee. Again, find your prop if you are about a foot or so in front of your foot. Now drop your right hand to your hip, step in with your right foot a couple feet. Fingers down to the block, and as you straighten your left leg, you're lifting your right leg off of the ground. It's becoming parallel to the ground. Flex your right toes. Last step, reach your right arm high. Half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. So many things going on. You're balancing, you're stretching, you're expanding. Make sure you're breathing. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down to warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands. Plank to chaturanga. Upward facing dog. To your downward facing dog. Beautiful job, yogis. Take one more breath in downward facing dog. And then go ahead and drop to your knees. We're gonna come lying onto our backs here. So come take a seat towards the middle of your mat. Extend your legs out in front of you. Keep your knees bent and slowly lower down, one vertebrae at a time. We're gonna find Supta Baddha Konasana with our legs again. So soles of your feet together, knees open wide here. Like a book, open up like a butterfly. Bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Close your eyes. And come back to your breath. Back to your long inhales and exhales. Maybe finding that balance with our breath as we did at the front of class. Samavriti, equal part. Find maybe 4 to 5 count inhales, followed by 4 to 5 count exhales. Taking your breath beyond your belly, down into your hips, down into the insides of your thighs. Now to release yourself from this posture, bring your hands to the outside of your thighs and slowly guide your knees back to the center. We're going to find a counter posture here, so toe heel your feet out towards the edges of your mat. And then let your knees knock into the midline. They'll hover, they'll prop each other up. One hand to belly, other hand to your heart. Again, close your eyes. Come back to your breath. So often we hold our breath high up into our chest, so draw your breath down into the depths of your belly here, down beyond your belly into your diaphragm, into your hips. To release, slowly toe heel your feet back to the center. Hug your knees up into your chest, again, hugging up into a little tiny yogi ball. And then you want to lift your right knee, cross it over your left here. So we're finding eagle with our legs. So right knee over your left. We're going to find a supine twist. So drop your knees to the left. Maybe you bring your arms to cactus arms, bring your arms to a T. To find the fullest twist here, you'll gaze over your right shoulder. Again, close your eyes here. Breathe into this twist. Breathe into the entire length of your spine. One more round of breath. Inhale, draw your knees back to center. Release your right knee, maybe pedal them out. And then cross your left knee over your right, again finding eagle legs here. Drop your right knee to the right. Maybe you gaze over your left shoulders, finding a supine twist here. Coming back to your breath, finding your long inhales and exhales. Inhale, slowly bring your knees back to the center. You can release your legs, pedal them out. Coming into your happy baby pose. So knees are bent, soles of your feet work towards the sky. Now grab for where you can. Maybe it's the inside or the outside edges of your feet. Maybe you're grabbing for your big toes, maybe your calves, your shins, whatever you can reach. You want to energetically pull on your feet just as much as you're kicking up to the sky here. Really stretching through the insides of your thighs. You can play around with this. You can rock from side to side. Happy baby. Make sure to curl the ends of your lips up into a smile. Play around. And then release from your happy baby. Take a full body stretch here. So kick your legs out in front of you. Reach your arms back behind as if it's the first stretch of the morning. And then surrender here into your final Shavasana. So your arms are resting down next to your body. Palms face up to receive all of the good energy that we've created throughout this class. Maybe your palms face the ground to be able to ground yourself during this time. Come back to stillness, come back to silence, come back to your breath. Find that equal part breath as we did at the beginning of class. Now, to slowly take yourself out of this posture, go ahead and roll to either the left or the right side of your mat, using your bicep as a pillow. And then slowly press yourself up into a comfortable seated position here. So maybe cross-legged is where you're at tonight. Whatever's comfortable for you here. Go ahead and bring your hands to the top of your thighs. Close your eyes. Lift the top of your head towards the sky. Lengthen through your spine. And let's take 3 breaths together here to close out our practice. Bring your hands to heart center, thumbs to your chest. Inhale together for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Last breath together. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me in this practice from all over the country. Go ahead and bring your thumb up to your third eye center, the space right in between your eyes, space in between your eyebrows. It's your eye of intuition. Take a deep breath in there. Namaste. Thanks again, yogis. That was so much fun. I hope you guys had fun as well. Feel free to hang out in your Shavasana for another hour if you want to. Another really yummy thing that you could do is if you can find a wall and put your legs up the wall and let your hips rest next to the wall. That is really restorative. So it's a nice way to end your practice as well. So thanks again for joining. Again, hop onto YogaPod Fort Collins Facebook page. We have 4 free classes every single day. You'll probably see me back on here again within the next couple weeks. But thank you so much. Namaste.